really interesting, especially with, like, if we go back about 5 years ago when, you know, plant-based meat especially, was everywhere. Like, it was such a crowded market. You know, this was partnering with every single restaurant, you know, in the UK. And then you had, like, the Whopper that came out with Burger King. And it's just gone a bit, like, recently. Like, it has. I think, you know, the rise of ultra-processed food has kind of probably hurt that trend a bit. But yeah, I really didn't think that would be, like, I don't think it is a fad, but there was a bit of a faddiness around it.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm really surprised at the dip.
Yeah. I mean, I am too. I think that, like, ultimately, with lots of things like that, like, when you get, whether you call it a fad, craze, whatever, you know, people flood the market, and, you know, investment was just like, people just throwing money at these plant-based meat companies, and they're raising stupid amounts, and that was getting them to grow, like, quite irresponsibly, because, you know, if you've got 60 million or something, then, you know, investors are sort of essentially making you spend it because they want you to grow as fast as you possibly can. What does that do to the quality of the products? You know, it's questionable. So you've got some companies that have obviously now left the market, and the reality is, I think for most of them was because their products weren't as good. And, like, I think where you got to now with, particularly in plant-based meat, it's like the people that are still there are the ones that have genuinely good, tasty products. You know, this being a prime example of that. Like,
So good.
you know, I really rate them. And, you know, that is, I think, what happened. And plant-based is not like a, you know, we obviously try and avoid using the word vegan.
I never use that word ever.
It's like,
especially at Coconut Crab as well. We never say we're vegan.
Yeah. We use plant-based all the time. I mean, SEO is about the only sort of thing that we really use vegan for, to get the search term accuracy. But, you know, I think that is the problem. There is still a little bit of a stigma around eating plant-based, and this sort of myth that you can't get enough protein and the nutritionals that you need from a plant-based diet. It's just complete nonsense. So yeah, we're trying to sort of bust those, you know, kind of myths around plant-based and make it more sort of inclusive, I guess.